Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Starflames, and we're back with another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Sean Diddy Combs' trial day 17 as Miss Daphnejoy, aka Jane, takes the stand. It is Daphnejoy. 1 plus 1 equals 11. This is definitely 50 Cent's baby mama taking the stand. She is going by the pseudonym Jane Doe. If you can look at the dates and stuff, you'll definitely know it's her. Now they're saying that Jane Doe, she took the stand to speak about her relationship with Diddy. She says that he previously dated one of her friends. However, he later pursued her, and after her friend got engaged and moved overseas, she decided to give things a shot with Diddy. They had their first date in 2021. She says she talked about her past, and she acknowledged that the father of her child is not fond of Diddy. So who is not fond of Diddy? 50 Cent, of course. Jane detailed the first time Diddy gave her ecstasy and also talked about the first time he arranged for her to have intercourse with another man while he watched. Remember when 50 kept calling her little sex worker? Yeah, it is definitely Daphnejoy. Now, the prosecutor asked her who she was in a relationship with between 2021 and 2024. She responded, Sean Combs. She says the two met while she was on a 2020 girls trip in Miami and Diddy was dating her friend at the time. Jane said the two often referred to each other as Sesame Street characters. She was Bert and Diddy was Ernie. He was really charming, really nice, and she said that she was really drawn to him pretty instantly. She mentions that at one point her friend became upset because she thought Jane was trying to get Diddy. She insisted Diddy is the one who was basically pushing himself on her. No, this case is getting so pretty interesting, but do you guys remember last year when 50 Cent was gonna sue Daphnejoy when 50 kept trolling her about these things? And then I think it was Daphnejoy dad who spoke to 50 and he dropped the lawsuit against her. Yeah, so there are just some things that you can know that this Jane Doe is Daphnejoy. Now they're saying Jane says she ultimately decided to give the relationship with Diddy a shot when the friend he was dating got engaged to another man and, before they said move overseas. Now, Jane says her first date with Diddy happened in Miami, January 2021. He got her a hotel and the date lasted 5 days long. I'm wondering if they were having a freak off that long. She explains that the two spoke about her past and says the father of her child was not fond of Diddy, which we, covered before. The two went on another trip the next month to Turks and Caicos. Jane said Diddy's assistant, Christina Karam, came along for the trip. She said they also had a personal chef, photographer, butler, and barber on the 15-day trip. So the trip that they went on, it was for 15 days and Diddy basically had an entire team. Now they're saying Jane said the first time Diddy gave her ecstasy, they were at a pool. She said Diddy claimed it will be more fun. She took the drug after as the two were walking down the beach. Jane said she fell down. I guess it was her first time, it could have been her first time taking such a substance, right? Now, she says that she was helped by KK and the butler. She claims that at one point, KK put her in the shower, and at the end of the trip, she says Diddy offered her $10,000 because she's been away from work as an influencer for a while. She said the two kept their relationship pretty private and that she only recalls only one posting about him on social media once. Originally living on the East Coast, Jane moved to California in June 2021. 50 Cent spoke about her moving to California back in 2021 at the time as well, because 50 was trying to get back with her. He wanted to have another child with her, and she was waiting it, but I guess Diddy was in the picture. So, do you guys remember what I said to you that there's always some type of clash between 50 and Diddy long before this? You're seeing it here right again. Now, she moved back to California in 2021. She says Diddy gave her $6,000 for a moving truck. She said he also sent her money casually throughout their time together. Between February and May 2021, Jane said Combs would fly her to Miami every other week to see him. Now, don't forget, Young Miami was still in the picture all this time. And don't forget, Dana Tran too was in the picture. So who was her friend at this point in time? You know, who was, Daphnejoy's best friend at this point in time? Is it Dana Tran? You know, but we're gonna get to the bottom of that shortly. Now they're saying, Jane explained the first time Diddy set up for her to have sex with another man while he watched. She said they would sometimes watch pornography and it would lead into conversations about fantasy. She said she saw one of his assistants setting up the room for them and then seeing what she called the fantasy guy. She identifies the other man as Don. She said as they were in the suite, Diddy directed her to stand up and then she started to dance. She says Don was there in his underwear and Diddy was masturbating. I wonder who Diddy was masturbating at, her or Don? I think Don. Now, Jane said Diddy was being encouraging and sweet. I was ready to speed things up a bit, she said. She asked Diddy for a condom, but he insisted the guys were tested. Jane says after her sexual encounter with Don, he left and she then had sex with Diddy. She said the two were happy at the end of it and and even went on a yacht the next day. Okay. All the details are coming out. No, Jane said that she felt excited. She said, I was happy. It was taboo. It was fun. I had good time with my partner. She thought it was just a one-time thing, not knowing it would open Pandora's box in the relationship. Remember, Dana Tran was still in the picture. Young Miami was still in the picture at this time as well. Now, Jane said for the remainder of our relationship, that opened a door was unstable to be shut. There was so much of it after, and it was too much of it, Jane said. She said when she attempted to tell Diddy that she didn't want to have sex with other men anymore, he said, if you want to break up, that's fine. He threatened to stop paying her rent since he wouldn't be dating her anymore. She says the conversation was never about breaking up, but about the sexual encounter with other men. But that's all Diddy wanted her for, but she was not understanding. But I guess she has awakened to her senses. Now, Jane says she always kept herself prepared with her hair and nails done because Diddy would give her short notice before these encounters. She always made sure proper child care was set up for the child. So she doesn't want 50 Cent to come at her. She says a relationship with Diddy consumed her. She said it also got in the way of her income. She made money via social media, but that declined because she prioritized the relationship. She said the most Diddy ever gave her was $20,000 after she told him she needed furniture. Diddy wasn't giving her much. She would have to be doing the horrible things that Cassie was doing. I think Diddy was dating multiple women too at the time because he was looking for a Casa Ventura replacement, but none of the women were willing to get down and dirty and feed his demon as Cassie would. Now, she said Diddy wanted to ask her how much he wanted for allowance, and she asked $50,000, but Diddy gave her 10 instead, and this was how much she paid in rent for her place. Jane testified that Diddy referred to the nights of the sex with Diddy and other men as hotel nights are debauchery. Jane said these hotel nights took place in Los Angeles, New York, Miami, and Turks and Caicos. She says she discussed travel arrangements with Christina Karam, Diddy's chief of staff, his travel agent, or one of his assistants. She testified that some hotel nights could last more than 24 hours. She said they would go through more than 24 bottles of baby oil in a given night. The court has come to a close for the day. Jay will continue her testimony tomorrow. So, Jane Doe is definitely 50 Cent's baby mom, by the way, and can we say allegedly? Allegedly, but it all points to her because, there's nothing else that is saying Young Mammy, but we know that he dated Young Mammy around the same time, and he also dated Dana Tran around the same time as well. Now, we don't know if Young Mammy is gonna come up in this trial because it seems as though, something else is going on, with Young Miami. Now, Young Miami does have a child, doesn't she? Yes, she does. But it's not Young Miami because we've never heard any, beef or anything between Young Miami, baby daddy, and Diddy. But we've heard beef between Young Miami and 50 Cent. So all of this is pointing to Miss Daphnejoy, 50 Cent's baby mama. But guys, it's your time to chime in. Do you think that it is Daphnejoy? Because everything is pointing to Daphnejoy. So leave a comment below. While you're at it, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Do all you need to do on this video to support your girl. Peace.